Okay.
All right, downward facing dog. Come into downward dog and just move around if you like. And then walk your hands to your feet. So you're gonna walk to the back of your mat and interlace your hands at your low back and just stretch the arms up and overhead. You can move a little bit from side to side. Release the hands to the mat, walk back forward, coming into a high plank. And then side plank to the right. So heels go left or left knee to the floor. Open up to the right for side plank. Really getting the strength and warmth through the core. Come back to high plank and go to the other side. You can drop the right knee to the ground or pivot the heels or stack them, either one. Lift the bottom hip up. Go into the center line. Breathe. And then high plank and press back to downward facing dog. And then look forward and walk or hop your feet to your hands. And then halfway lift and bow forward. Extended mountain, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And step or hop back, high plank to low plank, and it's fine to use your knees. Upward dog, come in, you must be June.
I'm too late.
No, you're fine. Downward facing dog. No sorries. And breathe right there. Welcome. You'll take one more breath. Exhale. And bring your feet to your hands. You can walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Bow forward. Off your head. One more time. Extended mountain. Reach up. Exhale, bow forward. You can bend the knees as much as you need. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back or hop back, high plank to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And take another breath in. Breathe out and walk or hop your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Fold forward. And bend your knees. Come into chair pose. We're just going to do a few little squats here. So you're going to go down and up a couple times, just a few inches. Down and up. And playing with those little edges. And then come down and hold it, but lift the arms up. Stretch the fingers up towards the ceiling, but drop the hips a little lower. Good. Take one more breath. Nice, Sandy. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. And then step back or hop back, high plank. And the elbows and lower halfway or all the way to the ground. Upward facing dog or cobra, nice and easy. Downward facing dog, press back. And step your right foot forward to your right hand for warrior one. You'll spin the left foot flat and then reach up. And if you've got stuff with the hips, it's fine to take a shorter stance or a wider stance. You can kind of be at play with what feels the best in your body. Good. Bend into the right knee and plug the muscles to the bone in the back leg. Get your feet underneath you. Stretch the arms up and breathe. Good. We'll take one more breath in. And then set your hands down to the mat, step it back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward to your left thumb, right foot spins flat, come up to warrior one. Let's find a shortened stance. Or maybe you want a longer stance. Be at play in your body with what do you need today. Take one more breath in, go up and maybe back. And then set your hands down and step back. High plank, low plank, upward dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Moving at your own pace, your own breath, your own way. Good, breathe in, full breath in. Breathe out, look forward and walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Bend your knees, chair pose. We'll move through that with breath here. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low push up. Exhale. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Step your right foot forward for warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Hands to the mat. High plank, low plank, or knees to the floor, or cow and cat. Upward dog. Downward dog, step the left foot forward or help it there. And rise up, really just moving with breath. High to low push up. And this vinyasa part is about coming out of your head, getting in your body, getting out of your own way. Into downward dog or child's pose. And just settle, let the dust settle. And then bring your feet together, take your right leg to the sky, just stretch it back behind you. And then curl the knee into the nose. I'm gonna come forward and just hold that. Squeeze the belly, strengthen through the arms. And then one more time, leg to the sky, inhale. And this time, step the right leg forward for crescent lunge. The back heel stays lifted as you come up. A little more balance. The right leg forward, left leg back. Just finding a little balance right here. Good, and then bring your hands together at your heart center, and you'll bring the left elbow across the body over the right leg. And the back heel can lift or be down. It's either or back knee can be on the ground even. Press the palms together as you twist and revolve to the right. Good, maybe opening the arms. Good, Stephanie, straightening that back leg a little bit more. Good, and then unwind to warrior two. You'll spin the back foot flat, come up and around. Second warrior. And then set the right forearm to thigh, side angle warrior, left arm to the sky. Really lift away from the bottom arm. So there's the core body. Lengthen the tailbone, tuck that pelvis underneath you. And you're really opening, it's this twisting in the opposite direction now. You're turning the torso to the left. Take one more breath. And then look down, plant the hands and step back, high plank to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra, it's fine to stay low. Downward facing dog or child's pose. And stretch your left leg up and back. Curl the knee to your nose, and this could be on hands and knees even. Push the floor away, pull into the center line. And then stretch the leg up and back. And this time you'll step it forward for crescent lunge. Or step the left foot forward, right foot back, and come on up to inversion. Ah, good. Hips square. Set the eyes at a point, get your feet underneath you, get grounded through the feet. Bring your hands together and twist to the left. You'll hook the right elbow to the left leg. And you press the palms together to create that lift of the torso away from the thigh. It's fine to have the back knee on the ground. It's a nice way to practice here. And straighten the arms if it feels right today in your body. Nice, and then warrior two. We'll just bring it up and around, open up towards the mirrors, towards the opposite side of your room, pull your shoulders back, stand out from the center line of the body. From your center, you reach out, and from out there, you draw in. And then tip left forearm to thigh. And now you're rotating the rib cage towards the ceiling to the right. It's a little twist, but you nudge the left knee back. So keeping the legs really like stable. So from that grounded place, you open. Yoga is full of these opposing movements. So grounding and lifting, expanding and contracting, feeling energy, and also the space of peace and calm. Nice, Erin. And then look down, hands to the mat, step it back, high plank or tabletop, low plank, or move through cow and calf, upward dog and downward facing dog, or child's pose anytime. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or hop forward to your hands. Halfway lift, forward fold. And then feet to hip width, so bring them a little wider apart. Bend the knees and bring your forearms to your thighs. And we'll take these windmill twists. So forearms on the thighs, and then you'll straighten the right leg and twist open to the right. So thoracic spine opening, and IT band, and then you'll switch. So bend the knees, right forearm to thigh, straighten the left leg, twist to the left. And do that again. You'll do it 3 times each side. Forearms to thighs, straighten the right, twist open, and then forearms to thighs. You can take your time, twist open to the left. There's no hurry. 1 more each side. Really feeling into the hips, legs, and the torso, spine, rib cage. Last one, going to the left. Twist open. Good, and then forearms to thighs. And you'll sit down a little lower and then reach your arms forward. And you're gonna pull the hips back, heart forward. It's like you're in like a giant slalom position of skiing. Good, breathing. And then dive forward. Hands to the floor, straighten the legs. Catch your big toes with peace fingers, halfway lift. And forward fold, bend the elbows. Drop your head, you can shake it, yes and no. Good, release the toes, toe heel the feet back a little closer or together. It's personal, up to you. Hands to the hips, come all the way to stand. Stretch your arms up overhead. And then eagle pose. You'll swing the right arm underneath the left. And then bend the knees like you're in chair, and the right leg will stack on top of the left. And it's also fine to have both feet on the floor here. That's better, good. And then you'll unwind, plant the feet, reach up, switch sides, left arm under, left leg over. Or you can stay in chair, 2 feet on the ground, or big toe on the floor. And then unwind and reach it up. Bring your hands to heart center and left hand to left hip, standing leg raise. You'll lift the right knee and catch it, or maybe peace fingers to the big toe if you can, and straighten the leg. Either one. Stand tall, shoulders nice and square, pulling into the abdomen, and then opening it to the right. The spine to reach to the left. Even look to the left or hold the wall. Good work. Bring it to center. Take your arms up overhead, bend the knee, pull the thigh up even higher, and then swing it straight back for airplane. And hold here. Lift your shoulders up to the ceiling, spread your fingers, press out through the sole of the foot, ribs in, belly in. And then standing mountain, feet down, arms up extended, hands to heart center, and then right hand to right hip, lifting the left leg for standing leg raise. You might catch the big toe, extend the leg. Maybe you hold on to the knee or the shin, and then opening to the left, you can reach to the right. I taught this private today with this 12-year-old girl, and she found her balance so well. And I said, how did you do that? And she said, I just thought balance. Just think it and then be it. I said, you're a powerful mind. Just think it and be it. Come back to center. Take your arms overhead, lift the left leg a little higher, and then take it back for airplane. Press the heel behind you, heart forward. Shoulders lift up towards the ceiling and breathe here. And bring your attention to where in your body you're experiencing your breath. And then standing mountain, feet down, arms up. Good, and then dancer, you'll take the right arm back, bend the right knee and catch the foot. And it might just be this standing quad stretch. It's fine. Or you start to kick the foot into the hand, finding dancer. Good, and then switch legs, right leg down, right arm up, bend the left knee, catch the foot, find your center, and you can stay right there or kick the foot into the hand. Imagine the sternum or chest being pulled forward, the back leg goes back and up, breathe. And come back to stand, extended mountain, maybe a little back bend. Hands to heart center for tree, our last standing balance. Right foot to left leg. It can be foot to calf or foot to thigh. And then if you'd like to take the arms up, you can stretch the arms up once you find your balance. Returning to mountain pose and find the other leg, left foot to right leg. Just watching the thoughts, just let them drift and landing here in your body. Maybe you bring your attention to where you're experiencing the sensation of breath. Maybe it's your abdomen, your chest, or your nose. Release the arms down by your side, left foot next to the right, coming back towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in and reach out. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. And step back, high plank to low plank. Or knees to the floor. Upward facing dog or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Good, come forward to high plank and then lower all the way onto your belly. And you'll take your right arm out to the right for this scorpion twist. You bend the left knee and then tap the foot to the floor behind you. And then come back onto your belly. So you'll just do that maybe 5 times. So then take your right arm to the right if you can. All the way out in line with the shoulder. Yeah. And then you tap the floor and roll back on your belly. So roll a couple times. And then if you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to keep rolling, you can keep rolling. Or just stay and hold that stretch. Good, and then you'll come back on your belly and we'll switch sides. You'll slide the right arm in, left arm goes straight out, palm to the floor, left ear to the floor. You bend the right knee and then just tap the floor behind you. So it's a shoulder and chest stretch. Also for the thoracic spine, you can come back on the belly. The thoracic is the mid spine and it tends to be the least mobile. We tend to use the lumbar or the cervical more. Trying to learn how to rotate from the rib cage and how important that area of the body is. It houses the lungs and the heart. I'm going to feel some movability there, breathing into that area. And if you want to hold it somewhere, you can hold it. And gently roll back onto your belly. You'll slide the left hand in and come up into Sphinx pose. Come up onto your forearms. We'll do some little Sphinx roll-ups. Move forward. So you inhale here, bring the shoulders back, chest forward. And as you exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the toes, and then lift up into forearm plank. And then you'll lower the pelvis, point the toes, drag forward Sphinx. Tuck the chin, tuck the toes, then roll up. And then lower down and slide forward. A couple more of those. Tuck the chin, tuck the toes, roll up, forearm plank. And then lower down, Sphinx pose. Good, one more. You'll tuck the chin, tuck the toes, come up into forearm plank, stay there. And if you can, you'll tap the right foot to the right and then to center, and then left foot left and center, and just alternate right and left. If you need your knees down, you can place the knees down and just hold in the center or keep tapping in the strength in the opposite side of the body than the leg that's moving. We're holding nice and still. Last 5 seconds. Even it out, come to center, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, you can go right into Sphinx and stretch it out, maybe even move a little bit. Good, and then you'll lower down, slide the hands back and press back to child's pose. Bring your hips to your heels. And then come to tabletop. Hands and knees, stretch the right leg back behind you. And then curl it in, knee to nose, set the right foot where the right hand is, tuck the left toes under, so you're in a lunge. And then straighten the right leg. You're gonna move down into the lunge, maybe even drop the back knee to the ground, and then pull the hips up and back. You can even feel the right foot up off the floor. Do that a couple more times. If you wanna hold, if there's a place that feels good that you wanna stay, you can stay or keep moving. Good, and then the next time you straighten the right leg, you'll step the left foot up part way. So you just kind of bounce it forward and stay in pyramid. Straighten the right leg as much as you can, lengthen the body and fold over the right leg. And really, the more you shift forward, the more you'll feel this. Back leg strong, but you're shifting into the right leg, shifting forward a little bit, it's subtle. If you can drop your head and that feels okay, do that. And if it doesn't, you can look down at the floor. Good. Take one more breath here. And then you're going to make your way back to tabletop. Set the left knee down, the right foot down. You move through a few cow and cats. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat stretch. And then come to neutral spine, stretch the left leg back, inhale. Exhale, curl it in, set the left foot by the left hand. So big step forward. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right leg, and then straighten the left, pull the hips back. And then bend the left knee, maybe drop the hips down, even right knee can touch. And moving back and forth, even peeling the left foot up off the ground if it wants to lift. Exploring the hips, if you can. If you find a spot you want to stay and hang out, you can do that. And then you'll make your way eventually to pyramid, where you step the right foot up slightly, have a shorter stance, both legs straightish. Your weight is in your feet, not the hands. Your hands can be support. Child's pose is fine also anytime. Just breathing into that left hamstring, back of the left leg. All the way to the back of the neck. If you can drop the head, drop the head. More slow, deep breaths right here. Good, and then you'll bring the right knee back to the ground, come back to tabletop. You can move through cow and cat or sit back in child's pose. To you. Good, and then downward facing dog. Hard floor. We're coming into half pigeon. You'll bring the right knee forward towards the right wrist. And if that doesn't work in your body, hips, knees, whatever reason, you can come on your back and cross the right ankle over the left thigh and take the reclined version of pigeon. Less gravity, less. Where the right knee is over towards the right side of the mat, the shins diagonal, and the left leg goes back. There you go. There you go. Good. And then you can come onto your forearms. Or stretch your arms out on the floor. And then go back to downward facing dog and switch legs. And you can do this on your back also, left ankle over right thigh or left knee forward. Foot diagonally across the mat, right leg straight back behind you. So switching to the left. Yeah, left side half pigeon. And the place that you might be feeling this is the outer hip, hamstring. You might feel it in the right hip flexor. Where you don't want to feel a lot of pain is in the knee or deep in the joint. But pain is relative, so sensation, just noticing the sensation. And maybe bring your attention to where you're experiencing your breath, where you feel your breath moving in and out of your body, or where you're feeling in your body the breath breathing. And then slowly come up, and you're going to bring the right leg around to the front and come into a comfortable cross-legged position where you're sitting cross-legged. And then reach your arms up. So you get just really long through the body. And then you're twisting to the right and bring the right hand behind you, left hand to the outer thigh. Inhale, lift into the crown of the head. Exhale, gently twist. Stay there and breathe. And then slowly unwind. And if you can switch the cross of your legs, try and switch in the cross of the leg. And then go to the other side, reach up, twist to the left, let the arms fall. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, gently twist to the left. Good, Sandy. You can even look over the back shoulder, drawing the jawbone back towards the neck, lengthening the whole backside from tailbone to crown. And then the exhale, empty and twist. And then slowly unwind. And then right here with the weird cross of the legs, you'll walk your arms forward. See where you can go. Drop your head, relax your shoulders. Use your hands to walk it back out. Keep your hands behind your back, fingers face backwards, pull the shoulders back, lift the chest. And then release that. And then tonight I'm going to read a meditation, and you're welcome to stay here as I read it, or you can lay down coming into a resting position. And I'm going to read through a meditation. So getting comfortable, and be seated. It can be a child's pose, it can be Shavasana. Just settling right here and allowing your eyes to close. Just noticing the energy in your mind and body. You might notice the energy of your day, just resting here in your mind and your body. The mind might be active, the body may feel worked up, or you might notice a bit of lingering anxiety, thoughts, or feelings of the day. Think of a shaken snow globe with all that energy swirling around. And as you rest right here, just imagine the little snowflakes fall gently to the ground. Think of yourself as a snow globe and every snowflake as a thought. In this way, watch as each and every snowflake, each thought, just falls to the ground. Don't force yourself to calm down. Just let it happen naturally, easily, and organically. Keep noticing the thoughts, the snowflakes falling gently to the ground around you. And bring your attention to the breath in the body. Choose that one spot where you can feel the breath easily. Might be the center of the chest, the abdomen, the shoulders, or the nostrils. And just observe the physical sensation of the body breathing. As you're here observing the breath, whenever the mind wanders, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. As thoughts arise, just simply let them float to the ground like those little snowflakes inside the snow globe. And start to switch your awareness, opening your awareness to include your thoughts, just the general state of your being. Rather than returning to the breath when the mind wanders, just notice what the mind is doing. It's where it wants to go. You might notice yourself planning, fantasizing, figuring out, or replaying past experiences. Whatever you observe the mind doing, just let it be. When you recognize a thought, what happens? Try not to encourage the thought, but don't push it away either. Just allow it to be. And allow it to go on its own. If you can just watch the passing of the thought as it follows its natural trajectory and leaves the mind. Thoughts, like the breath, come and go. Watch the thoughts as they come, drift through and leave. In between the thoughts, keep your attention here with your breath. Notice when you get lost in thought, and let the thought go and return to your breath. If self-judgment arises, notice that just as you would any other thought. And know you can always return to the breath for a few moments to ground yourself back right here. awareness just back into this space. Seeing the sounds that you hear. Temperature of the space you're in. The floor beneath you, the other beings around you, whether actually or virtually. Begin to awaken your body. You can move your fingers and toes, or stretch or move in any way that your body might want. You'll bend the knees and carefully roll to a comfortable side. With your eyes closed, you'll gently press yourself up to a seated posture. Keep that space of observation, just noticing your physical body, sensations, thoughts, your breath, just all of it. And touch the palms of your hands together, your thumbs to your heart space. With your thumbs to your forehead center. Have a lovely evening. Namaste. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hi. Dark so early. It's good. That's good. Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Hi, got so dark.
It's so dark. It's crazy.
Like midnight over here.
Really, I know.